Is what are effective ways to support math literacy in the classroom?
Okay, so I was a little interested in this question because I've done a ton of work in my context in Vancouver on something called numeracy. So numeracy around the world is numeracy and math literacy is are really synonyms for each other, right? And it depends on where you are geographically. So British Columbia, we use numeracy, whereas the rest of Canada uses mathematical literacy. Australia uses numeracy, whereas the UK uses mathematical literacy, right? Like, or I might have that backwards. But the point is that different geographic regions have sort of attached themselves to one term over another. I think there's some advantages to mathematical literacy over numeracy in the sense that there are multiple literacies, right, that we can develop within the time a student spends in school. Everything from physical literacy to mathematical literacy to social literacy, relational literacy, emotional literacy, right? Like there's all of these things that they can develop, and math literacy is just one of them. Numeracy, the advantage is we can associate numeracy to literacy in the sense of how does numeracy relate to mathematics in the same way literacy relates to language arts, for example. And there's this nice quote. I can't remember who said it, but it was that um, numeracy what was it? Numeracy is no more uh, a collection of math facts than a pile of rocks is a house, right? Like it's this idea that the sum of all math facts does not make you numerate or make you mathematical literate. So there is a very specific definition of mathematical literacy that I subscribe to. It's on my website. And it's this idea that whereas mathematics is always in pursuit of that sort of vertical abstraction, right? Mathematics is always seeking to become more and more abstract as we move through the grades. Numeracy or mathematical literacy is about the horizontal application of mathematics across a wider set of experiences. So what makes someone numerate or mathematically literate is not that they have all of this abstraction, but they're able to apply a piece of mathematics across a wide variety of contextual settings. So how do we focus on that? Well, it means that what we have to do first and foremost is recognize that mathematical literacy as the application of mathematical tools, but it's not always the application of the most efficient mathematical tool. Like efficiency is something we strive for in mathematics, whereas in mathematical literacy, it's getting the job done. Like, can you step up and get the job done with the tools that and for some students, that might be that they're sitting there doing repeated addition, and another student is doing multiplication. But they're both stepping up, seizing the moment, and they're getting the job done. And what's important to them is to solve the context in which this mathematics is being applied more so than are they using the most efficient mathematics? Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't like to see students use more efficient mathematics. But what we have to understand is that mathematical literacy is not the same as mathematics. Right? So mathematics is where we're looking for efficiency and abstraction. Mathematical literacy is where we're looking for application.